Please like, share, and subscribe, especially if this message or any of my personal story resonates with you. If you're feeling like you had a loving relationship with many people, and it was all based on lies, or you just got so caught up inside of your whole being, and then left to die, you should be able to take out a real mission out here with me. Craft up your own words and call it heart work. So if you're feeling anything like I have, please like my work, share, and subscribe. It truly does matter, because we need to get this information out to the public. They left all knives out and then wanted to completely take you out, to lead you into the back blindly, just to throw you up against that wall. So what came out of me was one of the most deadliest types of betrayal. And this can currently be going on in your life. The energy is asking, how the hell did this even happen to me? And so it was a huge upset and a heavy betrayal that broke you away. So you might feel like crap right now, but you actually needed this break to literally get away from those who are playing with your heart and life in the most messed up ways. Like they thought and wanted to, or felt the total need of their own to take you out. So you may have loved them, but you realize that they could have never loved you in any way for performance issues on their part. They were possibly even performing these satanic ritual abuses over your life, as they did mine, throughout a long time in your life without you being able to realize it. So you didn't want to do anything else but be able to glow up and shine. So they kept playing small, making sure that you stayed small for them, but in order to make themselves seem bigger or brighter. But they aren't very bright at all inside of their wicked and evil spirits. But it still seems like it's all so wrong and confusing, and you're right. It is confusing, but you are choosing to leave it all behind, because you deserve happiness and true joy. And so what happened, there's no going back from. But other people around you can see it for exactly what it actually is. You might not be able to understand it now, even to the fullest spectrum, and to see it for what it is. But you will eventually and definitely see it for exactly what it is. And it's truly one of the most wickedest things that one can experience. Especially coming from people that you loved, that you thought you could be loved back in return. As if, how could anyone in this state do this to anybody else at all? So it just so happens to be you that it's happened to, and not by just one person, but a whole group of people who, needlessly to say, worked on your last chapter without you ever even aware of it. So they felt their own need to project all of their insecurities onto you to take you out. They used your forgiveness and weaponized your love. They used your forgiveness not as grace. They didn't take gratitude in your ability to forgive. No, they weaponized abused your ability to forgive and used it against you. So you have people in some real places of disclosure that don't want to lose their own positions of power. But you deserve to successfully move on, even if they wanted to take you out. You deserve what you're after in your life, and in your love life, and in your romantic life. You don't deserve having these people making attempts on your life just to secure their crimes and craft over your life in this kind of really messed up way. So I'm standing up with you, and I want you to know that I'm for you. And that's what my heart works is all about. The charitable endeavor to stop these hearts' hurts and pains, and take every single last brick that's ever been thrown your way and build a brick and mortar system with it. Something solid, something profound, something you can be proud of. So if you can share with me, please do. Please comment and like, share, and subscribe. So they definitely tried to take you out. Even though they definitely tried, they didn't succeed. And they could have been making attempts on your life in many areas now of it. But where other people close in on them, and other people who are close to them can see it now for exactly what it is as well. And they aren't having it either. So they aren't happy at any stretch of the imagination, and they shouldn't be, because nobody deserves to have their lives taken in this sort of plan or arrangement that's meant to go unseen. But the facts are very clear to you now that you've been dealing with some of the very most heavy tensions directed at you, fam. They were working highly in the occult to do these spells, casting the very intentuous wicked energy at you to take you out, and maybe even astral projecting to assault your normal energetic happy self and your energetic levels with a very low frequency that's just from the very bottomless pits of hell itself. So these shots being fired at you, it's off of the betrayal that you are experiencing, and it's straight up the assault against you from the very sinister and demonic realms as these people practice their witchcraft and their occultists shit design with their sorcery and black magic. So whoever broke you up inside of those trauma bonds that you found yourself in, maybe now they want to ghost and they want to isolate you. But you have some of the best intentions, just some of the heaviest hearts because of what they could heap up onto you as an individual, alone, isolated, and in that state as though they never cared about you all along. But they never have, and how could they? They may have kept you blind or poisoned so that they could slander you and smear your campaign against you. They wanted you isolated and in that distress that they needed to feel the very reasons to make you feel very alone and lonely. They wanted to possibly stage for another proxy relationship or pay off someone new to come into your life, to do more damage inside of your life, to poison you, or to bring you more harm inside of the body that's already in the heaviest harm that one could have heaped up onto them. But this person, or the many, are literally obsessed with you, which is also why they want to impersonate you online, utilizing AI to take your face and image and create a second narrative, to flip the narratives around as to create their own illusion in order to feel as though they are protected, but they aren't. The only one that protects us out here is Jesus Christ. So the Spirit is not protecting them at all. Their evil ways, they will fall. All of them, just as they hate the Spirit of the Lord. It's the only protection that you have, and you should be floored in that fact. Because not only are they infiltrating you online, but they are also trying to infiltrate your body and mind to make moves against you, to take you out in full scopes, to ensure that you have no support system. So these people working in unison might even try to game up your own family, your own community, and maybe using someone close to you, like your own mother, or someone else that's close to you, in order to create this financial instability in your life. They want the ability to act as though they're independent and financially stable, but they're literally after your wallet, fam. So be careful. Just say thank you, God, no matter what you are going through. Because even though the last person that was with you decided to work in this way against you, you deserve a love life. You deserve a profound love life. So at one point, they found themselves head over heels in love with you. And it showed, because you also know exactly who they were, and you stand on your ground. So stand on your ground. They still want you down. Because the truth is that they do love you profoundly, but they don't know anything about love at all. So now instead of being able to be there to help you, they moved to hurt you simply because they knew that they already ruined and robbed any of the chances for the blessings that could have come from having a relationship with you. And they were hurt. They were cursed by the very demonic ways that their own ties in life created so that they could be paid proxied, or they could be manipulated into these scenes. So they began hating themselves. Here we go. They made me a fiction of myself to rename my verses. Cut up them hearts hurts, as if putting my whole chest in reverse to rehearse and play me out my mind, lopped off. In them hurts, in them hearts is hurts. Dead inside till it hurts, sold into a life was supposed to see, but I couldn't see how they hijacked me, left me fighting just to breathe, down to the bone, to create a new name over me, while stealing my own worth, my own heart's purpose. Even my own hive-back dollars that they stole to steal my worth, my own brother and proxy friend. What could have hurt worse than seeing them set up to strip me of all of my identity, to play me out, my agility, to level me out in a body and mind, through screams and shouts that you can't even somewhat comprehend. Nah fam, not even to articulate through vocabulary that's been lost. I was double-crossed in that hodgepodge of an arson, where they wanted me dead, bleeding out on the inside, in a bloody red state of mind, left for my head. Even that broker brother for a fraud to sell me a house with intent behind it, to steal up my name, steal up my worth, my work ethic the same. To steal up my home, to steal up my name, stand behind the masks that they wore, to create a mockery all over my life and home, by proxy ties, to identify that crime. It was a murder by design. It's a murder by design. They smurdering that murder my life. They smurdering to murder and steal up my home. Intended to be that rink, lead me down until it was a proxy war I couldn't think, leading me straight to the brink, to need to indemnify the crimes to hide. So even that broker was trying to tie up my life into a fraud. Against all odds, it had me going out of my mind, lost in an unable way, unstable to find the words to call out for the help I needed. They had me sold out in silence and lies, to sink deep inside. 43 winters, walking like ghosts inside of my own home. A ghost of myself being stuck, unable to trace back my own steps. Then marketed me like a trafficked individual, from my own mind to my heart, bone to murder, while they're just hijacking my name, to leave that whole mind data mapped, left off track, and hacked up my phones, and everything in my name. Lost as a meme on the dark web, playing hearts and playing these proxies as puppeteers, taking my life and putting me on strings, inside of my own name, inside of my own flame, set on fire to take me down, to leave me as I'm the one to blame. But I ain't the one to play that way. They tag me inside of the trade to fall me out, fade me out, with my whole soul to take me out, indemnify the crimes of murder, to smurder and the murder of me. Trying to murder me, to play up the game all over my whole life and name, and they turn my words into a weapon to make that word cursed, just like they stole my cryptocurrency to mint out their craft, to oppress me into a static way, to data map that scripture to leave me out of 40 plus years in a foggy winter, a blistering freeze, in a theater that they made by dark crafts. They can play it over on me, and they can play it all out however they want to, man. So I see the truth now, I see the truth. They deceived me so fucking bad. Led me into a life they never wanted me to have, to come up against me, create myself like a Stockholm syndrome, to come back and ask them for help. So when I broke through that storm, being cracked, that whole cipher, remembering all of the areas of my breath that was shaking me out of myself, to lead me to a death over me that was always staged to complete me. But I didn't die, I just cried, and I flopped down to the ground, while they just tried to indemnify the crime. Seeing through the dawn, the depth of these stings, my whole inner heart was that life song I couldn't sing. So they laced up my words, unable to face me or let me just be, to curve away from the shock of their hate. Each and every single step I received, the stop of that transition of my own thoughts. since I was 5, being placed inside of my mind, unable to speak it out. So they wanted to smoke me out, mark me out, lost in a mind I couldn't even comprehend their screams and shouts, suffocating in whispers down to the bone. But it was murder in me, murder in me. Each and every single whimper and tears, lost in that type of fear I couldn't even steer my life away from if I wanted to try, just so they could indemnify their crime spree. So I'm reclaiming my youth, being strung up on a noose, doubling down 24/7 to take my life back. Lost in a haze, I was fighting through that hopeless maze, man, through the poverty and the crime of arson over my life to poison me up for real, while they were psychologically torturing me in a mind that can't feel real or peel up its own position, that true essence and agility, my identity lost within my own ability, drained out so dry. So while that system fades to burn in their own fake names, they're straight up career criminals, playing on that world stage. I don't care what they're wearing, man. I don't care what fucking badge they present. Scrubbing targets in the night, that page is so deranged. Murder and the schmurder inside of that lit up way, trying to take my own life, put it back in place, but they're placing me inside of a bloodbath, facing the greatest fight of my life, facing murder, facing murder. I'd say it's murder, G, to take my life in that kind of way. How could you be so insensitive, G? Are you even fucking human to smirking me out, working me out, sentencing me to death? Lost in the trades of my traffic name, warfare set me up by them stages of craft, draft over my life like it's a bloodbath, while the system's half stacked inside of its own brick and mortar show itself. Got their hands inside of the crime to assist in the blight of an overgrown vial of darkness to be poisoned up like a eugenics mission to clean me out off of the earth. That's the dark craft and I'm in hearts. I'm on point, locked in the full scope of an AR-15, looking them dead in the eyes. You all paid to be paid criminals to play corrupt as fuck, so you can't detest me to indentured servitudes, servicing your whole game in your fucked up design. As I can see the longitude and latitude of your whole fucked up attitude and crime. You can be paid NGOs all of the time in a system that's taking you for dumb, while they looking so fake, stupid and numb, murdering, smurdering, and murder all the time, hacking up, data mapping me for all of my life. So what the fuck you do with intelligence, man? I would call it too intelligent, man. Some straight up fucking grimy ass shit. The grimiest of that type of crime. I'm asking for your help because I'm in serious danger here. There's murderers all around, and they're playing up in the seeds. A whole murder zone they've been placing in my life the entire time. Look them dead in the eyes. They all get paid to be criminals in their whole criminal ties. Corrupt as fuck. They can't detest this. They can't detest this. Murder and schmurdering, murdering all of the time. Hacking out and data mapping like I'm a mime, or a mummy to be mummified inside of my own mind. You straight up look like crooks, right out of the satanic cookbook. Flatten out this, it's just a devil's game. Playing up them demons are definitely in the details, man. Mixed up in your whole blind to the facts. You're all out of line simply because of a certain type of crime. Your whole family inside meant to go unnoticed, like you can't even dig out your own brains. You're insane in your own biggest crime. Any crime that goes without one note of it. But how can the person prove something as bad as this? As bad as this type of crime? As bad as being data mapped and misaligned for their entire life? Yeah, the brothers playing so unfair over my whole life to leave me ensnared. To leave me ensnared. Straight up, they siphoned my energy, my love, and trust, as my finances were sabotaged brick by brick, as that brick and mortar system could get, system thick, system that neglects true crime, the straight up dick moves, playing up on that brick and mortar shit show design, turning love into a nightmare inside of their own ledgers. While my compassion gets drafted inside of that craft, sent from the dust of y'all's souls, drifted to die, in that disingenuous degeneracy, drifted to die, inside of your own disingenuous degeneracy, to play out God out here, to play as if your own gods you deny, families playing in the shadows of a crime spree, turning hosts into ghosts, a whole legion of demons out on that death camp, testing that release. Oh please, oh please. Do you really feel good making money off of all that heartache out here all the time? How can you separate the facts from your own fake ass faces? Toast of your whole soul, data mapped, you're all cut to the steel. Cut to steel. All of your whole life's man, whole life's design. How can you peel up that and feel real for all that murder and plan to profit off of the murderer right here and now? Right here and now, y'all should retire because your heart's getting caught on that wire. And checks cashed, cash checks, your blood banks, cash and checks in their rank, cash and checks with their non-government organizations, their whole heartless way of life. Y'all true criminals out here, how can you even fucking sleep at night? Where every line's a new cutthroat, new credit design, came in disguise as a whole host and legion of demons. I'm sure y'all feel the brain, but how do y'all wake up and feel it, man? For this ain't real, this ain't real. You gotta be in your whole capped set appeal, and nothing gonna be the same anymore. Nothing gang, nothing same, when it's a war crime left in deceit. It's a war crime left in your all fleeting hearts, and one the same inside of your own dishonesty. I think you were trained to dumb in an army of that gun, drained to be dry of that truth to be told. I think we're all ready to fight, so stop that bloody fiction y'all need to feed. That prescription of a whole fucking country is half asleep, half dead in their brains, half to keep folded up on anything real out here, like a lost receipt, playing your dead keeps. So I'm spitting it up with fire from the booth to the noose now, and that noose now, litigations, when your bloody heart's bath has been cut out on the loose. You straight up got your heads loose, don't care who you work for or what you do. When it's murder, motherfucker, it's on, straight up in that loser dump. When y'all's ledger meets that defeat, sweaty cheats, glistening up your whole predatory feet, your whole predatory fleet. like a meat raffle over your own children. The same. Fuck you predators, man. Fuck you predators, one and one the same. Just like my daddy, he ain't G, BG. You lost all your whole design, you sick, sick fucks. There's no wonder anymore why you're silencing me. That real nice, playing up that blood bath and that bloody red thread. You playing the darkest crimes, as though if it's late. You're the light, huh? You're the light bearer. You want harvesting that short sail over life. Harvest over that short sail over life in your cutthroat design. Life is supposed to be sanctified as holy. Instead, you got knives of attack and the counterfeit covert warfare, playing up this whole bloodbath of an unholy war to create whatever you can call a victory, men, while these cheats of men are empty of heart at all, and a heart works on the mix. When you cheats of heart, emptied of your own heartless design. Heartless design, we got heart works on the mix. One savvy ninja creating that true G code over music. Half-hearted dummies, playing up the mummies of a rapid fire disease out here. You'd all look better on your knees, repenting to the Lord, instead of being played in this rapid fire of the disease inside of your mind, at ease with your fucked up crimes and your crime spree, playing God dirty. You motherfuckers are weak. You motherfuckers are straight up weak. How can you even sleep? Putting people in them cages, lost in your mind, deranged. You look real stupid with a gun hanging out of your mouth like that, don't ya? Don't ya? You wanna run tests on that release all over the murder of targets just like me. Smurder and the smurder, it's a bloodbath of a true crime I spit inside of the blood of family. Community's the same, and the family that you killed, one and one the same. It's your own blood related, bang. Encroached up in your own heartless design in that kind of fucked up way. I think you fail to recognize it's your own self that you kill to get your own thrills. You really get off on that? You get off on raping your own daughter, you fuck? You get off on that bullshit, bitch? Think you're dead in the brain. I think you're insane. So remember when them shot gets too real, when them shot gets fired, it's your own dead ass fuck's brains that be filled, lead to your head, bullet holes to spill inside of your own head's capped plate to rape upon your own family that way, to turn your page, and it won't matter what you think. You're a fucking dick through all of the sanctity that's supposed to be carried over life, leaving nothing but strife. And it's God watching you. You should be worried about lighting up that whole cafe cage, cause there's a whole lot of you trying to smurder this way. You'll be in that slaughterer, all because these people want to take their lives back from how horny you little two-faced pricks want to kill up your own family in a shit way to be. You already know the hustle you made to break bread with the cares in this world. Just a parasite, little wet dream, Freemasonic frenemy, no esteem, just glistening clean, like your whole lion's den in the lands of the prey, preying over children. Your whole fucking fucked up design, like my dad, filled to the brim with that legion of demons, out here to act in reverence to the Lord. Well, what the fuck has he done for his own children, man? You can play in reverence to the Lord, but when you're not, you can go inside of any church and tithe just to leave your own children for dead inside of the blood red head, left for dead. You ain't a dad. You ain't a father at all, nah man. You leave your own children for dead after raping of that type of design. I beg to differ. While they whisper in them hushed tones, I'll come back like thunder, rise in that plunder of a whole counterfeit they're putting asunder. Trying to be putting asunder inside of them early grades. I'm the murderer they tried to murder. I'm the blade of truth in the whole enterprise. They're made cowardice fools. The bread they eat, the fleet they gave, inside of the same legion of demons the same. Y'all wanna feast over murder in that real light, the light of Jesus Christ, lost in their whole human hearts, like a blaze of ghosts inside of names with their ghastly ass prison of their own hearts design, pitch black of souls as they call it okay to resign and play as if they're God, and play as if they're God. But all in due time, God will deal with the whole lot of you, leave you all lost in your bloodbath slaughter. It's too late, like clockwork. You count down your ability to subjugate over other people's lives, to leave them in distress and cut them out with your knives. Just remember when the Lord comes back to earth, all of your curses and them whole hearts purse, trying to reach out and surface for their own better purpose. Surface up the weight of all of it you've done to us while we're just trying to plant our life inside of that whole service that I found inside of Jesus Christ to save my life. Save my life. Save my life. Save my life. So I'm done with all you murderers, one and one the same. Save my life. Jesus Christ, save my life. So I'm cutthroat with the rest of you murderers out here, y'all fake ass markers on that man V. You think you're pretty B, but you're having fun in your whole separated selves, in your own individuals dance to play up God with your own blades inside of your chests, while these chests of men invest in them non-government organizations. It's a crime. It's a crime. I don't care what you call yourself, it's an occultist's design, and it's so unkind. Not being charitable at all, man. Not being charitable at all. Just you're honoring yourself in your dead-ass husk of yourselves. There ain't nothing left in the world to trust. Just all broken down roads you pave to save your own face. Your souls are in a haze, shades of a maze of your own hearts and blades. Good luck playing God. Good luck playing God like you did. Good luck playing God. Good luck playing God like you did. Good luck playing God like you know you fucking did. It's a hodgepodge of murder, people dying on the streets every single day in fleets. Enduring all of that faith of the Lord to seek out my whole heart as a penitent heart of that Pentecostal faith, to endure no matter what you play about out here. Good luck playing God, to chase me down and hear from Him, the Lord alone. To chase me down to hear from Him, the Lord alone. I have people believing differently towards me in actions I couldn't bear to see, barely be even able to breathe within my own chained body that was caught up in snares, being shred up from within, from their whole poisoned up design, that victimhood of a poisoned up state of mind that I know they gave, where I was being kept as an unwitting victim, underneath them stairs and stores, underneath them stairs and stores, the counterfeit lies, just to indemnify their crimes, just to indemnify their crimes, one and one the same. How could you even look at yourselves in the mirror, look yourselves dead in the eyes? After what was happening to me my entire life to keep me blind, made me inside of that checked out state of mind, resigning on itself at the time that I was in, that I couldn't even see or breathe, but you were there, playing God, as it spoke to me. I haven't had a choice or a voice to listen to, but God that came through me. So whatever your sounds and lies, you want to make that voice over me profound, with the exact words that I spoke, to hear the voice of God, because I couldn't take it. Every single cell in my whole body suffocated for such a long time, in the very hole that you held me down, unable to ground myself, unable to see perfectly well at all. What was happening to me? What was happening to me, God? What was happening to me? What was happening to me? I couldn't see very well, God. Not only these circumstances of pressure, but the very ways that kept me inner me, as though going out of my own sanctity, my own inner child that's flushed to run wild, where I couldn't even remember how to breathe, or breathe internally, to even remember. Jesus said that he's a liar and deceiver and father of all lies in his path. And they made a path to lead me inside of that bloodbath, chained inside of my body and mind, meant to falter on that floor inside of that grind. So the father of all lies that wants to tame me down, to tell me I didn't have the strength to believe in the Lord, the Savior I found, Jesus Christ that left me floored. They couldn't know that very difference. They couldn't see it, so wise.